Hello, and today we're going to talk to you about 6 things to consider when picking your bride tribe, your wedding party, the men and women that are going to be beside you on your wedding day.
Choosing who will stand beside you on your big day can be confusing and quite overwhelming. However, it doesn't have to be. Listen on, because we're going to break down for you the most important things to consider when picking your tribe.
If this is the first time we are meeting, I'm Luke and this is Bethany, and we're Loft Studio. We're a husband and wife team that specialize in wedding photography and videography.
We also have a passion for helping others take their business to the next level. We release videos like this every single week on strategies you can use to get more clients and get paid doing what you love.
Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out.
It's about quality, not quantity. Take your time and don't rush into making this decision. You don't have to choose a friend that you've known for years. It's really about who you feel is closest to you at this time in your life. Think about your relationship and who will be around with you long after the wedding.
That's true. You have to consider all that. Consider the size of your wedding as well. So when it comes to determining how many people you're gonna put in your wedding party, it's important to consider the size of your wedding. You don't want a 10-person wedding party for a 10-person wedding. You know what I mean? So the average wedding party is made up about 5 on each side, or 4. That's kind of the trend we've been seeing. And it's a great place to start when you try to determine how many bridesmaid and groomsmen to have. I remember for our wedding, I couldn't come up with a number. We were trying to even it out on both sides, and that can cause some issues too. So talk with your partner, your fiance, and just kind of come up with a nice number that both of you can fill. For a smaller wedding, for about 50 to 60 guests, ideally it's around 4, maybe 3. And for larger gatherings at like 160, 150, you're looking at maybe 10, but I still think no matter how many guests, the average is around 5 to 6. So keep in mind that the budget also comes into play. The more you have and the more expensive it becomes.
Yeah, think about all those, gifts that you have to buy, the dresses, the hair, the makeup, the suits, again, it's your call.
Do the bride and groom usually pay for all that?
It depends, right?
Yeah.
That's always up for debate. I think some people expect it and others will gift it, certain things. But like when you're looking at a dress,
True.
Hair and makeup, bachelorette,
gifts,
groom bachelor parties, all those things, that all adds up, right? You're looking at dropping like at least $500 to like sometimes like $2,000 to $3,000 to go to somebody's wedding. Or be
person?
a part of, to be a part of it.
Oh, crazy. I didn't know all that. I guess I didn't get invited to too many weddings, so boo me.
Don't feel obligated to ask someone who's asked you. This is like a big taboo.
It is, yeah.
Be prepared for some hurt feelings though. After the excitement of choosing your bridal party has calmed, you need to prepare yourself for some perhaps uncomfortable conversations. This may come from someone you aren't able to include as a bridesmaid or a groomsman, but especially if you were their bridesmaid or groomsman. Whatever the case may be, it is important to be prepared. In saying that, remember not to be so hard on yourself. You can't make everybody happy.
Yeah, that's true. Like, the mother-in-law, your own mom, all these people are all going to want some kind of pull on your wedding, so you got to learn to say no early on.
So here are some of the things that you can do to help you. Have an explanation prepared in advance. Express how much you value their friendship and that they're a very important part of your life. Avoid saying you like someone else more or if you're closer to someone else, even if that is the case. You can mention that their location or family obligation, or that you're just limiting your wedding party to adults only. These are some of the things that you can use as well. So plan what you need to say so that you won't have any regrets later.
Like you, so you always plan your way into the arguments in our life. And I'm more of a, it's happening. I'm getting caught off guard. So be more like Bethany.
Have multiple, responses. In case
That's right.
They come up with some arguments.
Think of the arguments and the rebuttals to the argument. And anyways, all to say that maybe you shouldn't think too much about it. Just say no.
Making sure that you have other positions of honor as well for those who aren't selected to be as part of your wedding party. I know for us, it was having people do a reading during the ceremony, and that was really important to us. And I think that there's other little ways that you can do it as well.
MC is also a really good one. You can kind of get there and then, just kind of help with different stuff that's happening during the day, because there's a lot going on a wedding day. And you can use all the help you can get, right?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of times too when we've been at weddings where people have been invited to the getting ready, even if they weren't part of the getting ready, like the bridesmaids and groomsmen. So that's another way that you could include them in that sort of traditional way.
True. Be honest with your expectations. So it's really important to be upfront with your wedding party and the role you expect them to play. So a wedding party, we've had them, not do anything all day and just be pampered, or they're the ones who are even setting up the decorations, before the wedding. So be open about the expectations of their roles and their responsibilities, if there's any or if there's none. Just, be on the same page with that.
Yeah, just make sure that they understand that this is not just like a, hey, you're just going to stand beside me sort of thing, Tell them, do you want them to pay for their own stuff? Do you want them to, plan a bachelorette or bachelor party? Like, all of those things should probably be discussed right up front as well.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. And do you want your bridal party to be, quite involved leading up to your big day or not involved at all? It really depends on how much time you'll need from them, and avoid experiencing any disappointment from your side or from their side, because you don't want any tension leading up to the wedding, and because generally there's 6 months to a year in advance, and so it's just nice to be open and honest, and if there's any discomfort that shows up, just talk about it. It's like a relationship, like a friendship, relationship, whatever you want to call it. Honesty is good.
It's true. A big one here, reliability. It is so important, and we cannot express how important this is. If there's one thing that you can take from us, let this be it. The best bridal party is made up of friends who are reliable and responsible. Take into consideration that you'll need to rely on them for some pretty big wedding planning tasks. Think, your bachelor party, the bachelorette party, speeches, looking after your expensive rings, and of course, emotional support.
Emotional support. That's a good one. I remember when my groomsmen came up a little bit early on the wedding day to help me, calm my nerves, have a drink with me. That's good stuff. That's emotional support right there for a guy. And so you should follow this rule. This is the golden rule, is that there are no rules. So what's most important is that you include your favorite people. It's your day and it's your way. Regardless of gender, women can stand with the groom and guys can stand with the bride. We've had some of those before, and it's been great. It's definitely unique, and it adds something else, I think.
It's fun.
It is, yeah, because then you get a guy in a suit that's the same color as the bridesmaids and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. Must have been hard to find, though. When it comes to dressing them, again, you choose. So just make sure that they're comfortable with whatever you want them to wear. And that is something that you should definitely figure out what time of year it's going to be, right? If you're doing an October wedding or a July wedding. Sometimes I'm jealous. We're shooting a wedding and all the bridesmaids are wearing this nice shortish dress, and I'm just sweating, and the guys too. I feel bad for the guys in full suits sweating in a hot July day with no AC in a church or something. Oh man. So just be careful what you do. Bring extra shirts. That is my biggest recommendation for any of the men out there.
Yeah, so make sure that you choose the best people that you want to have with you, because ultimately it's your day, and you want to make sure that you are bringing people around you that are going to want to celebrate with you and make that day memorable as you hope it will be.
Yeah, what do we use wedding parties to do? So we give them tasks a little bit. From our side is usually at the bride and groom prep, there's one person that is selected to be kind of the liaison between us, because we don't want to bother you if you're getting hair and makeup done, or if you're the guys and I don't know, you're getting a drink or showering or shaving, whatever it is. And when we arrive, we tend to do some details. So we ask you to nominate one of your bridesmaids to do that. And throughout the day, we keep you guys entertained. We get you guys to dance a lot. The wedding party does make it into the videos and photos quite a bit, especially if they're really entertaining, if they keep you know, everyone having a good time, smiling, laughing. So entertainment value, I would rank that pretty high when selecting somebody, but reliability, like you said, is one of the number one factors. Someone that will be there for you any time of day. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you again for watching it. Like normal, we release these videos every single week, so if you have any comments, suggestions, whatever you want to see, please leave them in the comments below. Subscribe, like the video, and we will see you next time. Bye.